Hey, look at that. We are live. Welcome to the inaugural Randomness with Fresh and Even. And today, Fresh wants to do the Rocky Horror Picture Show. But she doesn't want to be on camera. So we're not going to be on camera. So let me see. Fresh will be playing. Fresh wanted all the girl parts. Fresh is going to be Janet, Magenta, Columbia, Eddie, and the narrator. I'm going to be everybody else. I have all the guy parts, and I'm probably going to have a sore throat because some of the keys are kind of low, but that's okay. Anything you want to say, Miss Fresh?
Good luck. You're going to need it.
Yeah, we are going to need it. Yeah, this will be, aside from like karaoke night at a very, very small place around here. Well, yeah, I sing on Rocky Horror, but yeah. Singing in public. Not kind of a scary thing. Okay, let's do it. Fresh is tense, so be nice in your comments. Michael Ray was ill, the baby stood still, but he told us where we stand. And Flash Gordon was there in silver underwear.
It was gold!
Todd Raines was the invisible man.
How could you tell?
Then something went wrong. Both Ray and King Kong, they got caught in a cellular jam.
It was jelly.
And at a deadly pace it came from
Where?
outer space.
Thank you.
This is how the message ran. Science fiction. Double feature. Dr. X will build a creature. See androids fighting. Brad and Janet and Francis Sargent. At the late night double feature picture show. I knew Leo DiCaprio was over a barrel when Tarantula took to the hills. And I really got hot when I saw generic scout fighter with the vector poison and pills. Then Andy Supreme gave him blues and Hanson and used lots of skills. But when worlds collide, said the powder is dry, I'm gonna give you some terrible thrills, like a science fiction. Double feature. Dr. X. Double feature. The androids fighting. Brad and Janet and Francis Sargent. Forbidden planet. Oh, 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 oh. At the late night double feature picture show, I wanna go. Oh, oh. To the late night double feature picture show. Oh, oh, oh.
Picture show.
In the back row.
The back row. To the late night. Double feature. Picture show.
Hey, first song down. We didn't die. That's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Put the tablet down.
Okay. Gotta get myself. Here they come.
You're the driver.
Okay. Let's get a picture. Let's get a picture. Close together now. And the grandparents. Yes, all the close family. Yeah, hold that beautiful and smile. Congratulations.
I guess we finally did it, huh?
Oh wait, I was supposed to.
Whoops, that's you. Yep, mixed up our roles here.
I guess we finally did it, huh?
I don't think there's any doubt about that. You and Betty have been almost inseparable since you met in Dr. Scott's refresher courses.
Well, to tell you the truth, Brad, that's the only reason I showed up in the first place.
Okay, you guys, this is it.
Well, Betty's gonna throw the bouquet. I got it! I got it! Hey, big fella. Looks like it'd be your turn next, eh?
Who knows?
Well, so long. See ya, Brad. Guess we better get going now, Betty. Come along. Hop in. See ya, Brad. Oh, Brad, wasn't it wonderful? Didn't Betty look radiantly beautiful? I can't believe it. An hour ago, she was just plain old Betty Monroe, and now she's Mrs. Ralph Hapshat.
Yes, Janet, Ralph's a lucky guy.
Yes, I always cry at weddings.
Everyone knows Betty is a wonderful little cook.
Yes.
Why, Ralph himself, he'll be in line for a promotion in a year or two.
Yes.
Hey, Janet,
Yes, Brad?
I've got something to say.
Uh-huh.
I really love the skillful way. Here we go. Hey, Janet,
Yes, Brad?
I've got something to say.
Uh-huh.
I really love the skillful way you beat the other girls to the bride's bouquet.
Oh, Brad.
The river was deep, but I swam it.
Janet.
The future is ours, so let's plan it.
Janet.
So please don't tell me to can it.
Janet.
I have one thing to say, and that's damn it, Janet, I love you. Oh my God. The road was long, but I ran it.
Janet.
There's a fire in my heart, and you fan it.
Janet.
If there's one thing for you, then I am it.
Janet.
I have one thing to say, and that's damn it, Janet, I love you. Here's the ring to prove that I'm no joker. There's 2 ways that love can go. That's good, bad, or mediocre. Oh, J-A-N-E-T, I love you so.
Oh, it's nicer than Betty Monroe had.
Oh, Brad.
Now we're engaged and I'm so glad.
Oh, Brad.
That you remember you know that.
Oh, Brad.
There's one thing to say and that's Brad. I'm mad for you too.
Oh, damn it. Oh, damn it. I love you too. There's one thing left to do, and that's go see the man who began it.
Janet.
When we met in his science exam, it
Janet.
made me give you the eye and then panic.
Janet.
Now I've one thing to say, and that's damn it, Janet, I love you. Damn it, Janet.
Oh, Brad. I love.
Damn it, Janet. I love
you.
you.
I would like, if I may.
Yeah, you may not.
take you on a strange journey.
How strange.
It seemed a fairly ordinary night when Brad Majors and his fiancée, Janet Weiss, two young, ordinary, healthy kids, left Denton that late November evening to visit a Dr. Everett Scott, ex-tutor and now friend to both of them. It's true there were dark storm clouds, heavy, black, and pendulous, towards which they were driving. It's also true that the spare tire they were carrying was badly in need of air.
Like your neck.
But, they being normal kids, and on a night out, well, they were not going to let a storm spoil the event of their evening, were they? Now, on a night out. It was a night out they were going to remember for a very long time. Broom. Gosh, that's the third motorcycle that's passed us. They sure do take their lives in their hands with the weather and all.
Yes, life's pretty cheap to that type.
Oh, what's the matter, Brad, darling?
We must have taken the wrong fork a few miles back.
Oh, but where did that motorcyclist come?
Well, I guess we'll just have to turn back.
Bang! What was that bang?
We must have had a blowout. Damn it. I knew I should have gotten that spare tire fixed. Well, you just stay here and keep warm, and I'll go for help.
But where will you go in the middle of nowhere?
Didn't we pass a castle a few miles back down the road? Maybe they have a telephone I could use.
I'm going with you.
Oh, no, darling. There's no sense in both of us getting wet.
I'm coming with you. Besides, darling, the owner of that phone might be a beautiful woman.
He is.
And you might never come back again.
You won't. I can see the rain. Yeah. We don't usually do Brad's part. Something totally failed trying to get the harmony on that.
And so it seemed that fortune had smiled on Brad and Janet, and they had found the assistant their plight required. Or had they?
They had not.
Brad, let's go back. I'm cold and I'm frightened.
Just a moment, Janet. They might have a phone. Hello. Hi, my name is Brad Majors, and this is my fiancée, Janet Weiss. I wonder if you could help us. You see, our car broke down a few miles up the road. Do you have a phone we might use? Y'all wet.
Yes, it's raining.
Yes. Lightning strike. I think perhaps you'd both better come inside.
You're too kind. Oh, Brad, I'm frightened. What kind of place is this?
Oh, it's probably some kind of honey lodge for rich weirdos.
Oh.
This way.
Are you having a party?
You've arrived on a rather special night. It's one of the master's affairs.
Oh, well, lucky him. You're lucky, he's lucky, I'm lucky, we're all lucky!
It's astounding. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll. But listen closely.
Not for very much longer.
I've got to keep control.
I remember
Doing the time walk, breaking those moments when the blackness appeared me,
and the void would be calling. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again. It's just a jump to the left. Let us get to the right. With your hands on your hips. Bring your knees in tight. What is the pelvic thrust? That really does you insane. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again. It's so dreamy. Oh, fantasy free me. So you can't see me. No, not at all. In another dimension, with voyeuristic intention, they'll say today, I see all.
with a bit of a mind flip,
You're into the time slip, what?
and nothing can ever be the same.
What's the sound sensation?
Like you're under sedation.
Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again. Well, I was walking down the street, got their hand on a thing. Wanna sneak a like, give me an email. He shook me up, he took me by surprise. He had a pick up touch in my devil's eyes. He stared at me and I felt a change. Time meant nothing, never would again. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again. It's just a jump to the left. Let us go to the right. With your hands on your hips. You bring your knees inside. But it's a pelvic thrust that really drives you insane. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again.
Fresh is over here like chair tap dancing. By the way, don't go high, I'll do the harmony.
Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again. It's just a jump to the left. Let us go to the right. With your hands on your hips. You're bringing me to touch. What is the sound we cross? That really drives you insane. Let's do the time walk again. Let's do the time walk again. Brad, say something. Say something stupid.
Say, do any of you guys know how to Madison?
Ha ha ha. Brad, please, let's just get out of here.
For God's sake, get a grip on yourself, Janet.
But it seems so unhealthy here.
I guess so from the rate you're coughing, but it's just a party, Janet.
Well, I want to go.
Well, we can't go anywhere until I get to a phone.
Well, ask the butler or someone.
Just a moment, Janet. We don't want to interfere with their celebration.
This isn't the junior chambers or commons, Brad.
They're probably foreigners with ways different than our own. They may do some more folk dancing.
Look, I'm cold, wet, and I'm just plain scared.
I'm here. There's nothing to worry about. How do you do? I see you met my faithful handyman. He's just a little brought down because when you knocked, he thought you were the candy man. Don't get strung out by the way I look. Don't judge a book by its cover. I'm not much of a man by the light of day, but by night I'm one hell of a lover. I'm just a sweet transvestite from transsexual Pennsylvania. Let me show you around, maybe play you a sound. You look like you're both pretty groovy. Or if you want something visual that's not too abysmal, we could take in an old Steve Reeves movie. I'm glad we caught you at home. Could we use your phone? We're both in a bit of a hurry.
Right.
We'll just stay where we are and then go back to the car. We don't want to be any worry. Well, you got caught with a flat. Well, how about that? Catch me outside. Well, babies, don't you panic. By the light of the night, it'll all seem alright. I'll get you a satanic mechanic. I'm just a sweet transvestite from transsexual Pennsylvania. Why don't you stay for the night? Or maybe a bite? I can show you my favorite obsession. I've been making a man
Not a
with
man.
blonde hair and a tan.
Definitely not.
He's good for relieving my tension. I'm just a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania. Hit it! I'm just a sweet transvestite
Sweet transvestite
from transsexual Transylvania. So, come up to the lab and see what's on the slab. I see you shiver with anticipation.
Sit.
But maybe the rain isn't really to blame. So I'll remove the cause. But not the symptoms.
Oh, Brad.
It's all right, Janet. We'll play along for now and pull out the aces when the time is right.
Slowly, slowly. It's too nice a job to rush.
Hi, my name is Brad Majors, and this is my fiancée, Janet Weiss. You are...
You're very lucky to be invited up to Frank's laboratory. Some people would give their right arm for the privilege.
People like you, maybe?
Huh! I've seen it.
Come along, the master doesn't like to be kept waiting.
Shift it! Is he, Frank, I mean, is he your husband?
The master is not yet married, nor do I ever think he will be. We are simply his servants.
Oh.
Magenta, Columbia, go and assist Riff-Raff. I will entertain our... ha-ha. Brad Majors, this is my fiancée, Janet Weiss.
Weiss.
Weiss, enchanté. Well, how nice. And what charming underclothes you both have. But here, put these on. They'll make you feel less vulnerable. It's not often we receive visitors here, let alone offer them hospitality. Hospitality? All we wanted to do was use your telephone, goddammit! A reasonable request which you've chosen to ignore!
Brad, don't be ungrateful.
Ungrateful? How forceful you are, Brad. Such a perfect specimen of manhood. So dominant. You must be awfully proud of him, Janet.
Well, yes I am.
Do you have any tattoos, Brad? Certainly not. Oh well, how about you?
No.
Everything is in readiness, Master. We merely await your word. Tonight, my unconventional conventionalists, you are about to witness a new breakthrough in biochemical research, and paradise is to be mine. It was strange the way it happened. Suddenly you get a break. Whole pieces seem to fit into place. Not a sign of being. What a fool! The answer was there all the time. It took a small accident to make it happen. An accident!
An accident.
And that's how I discovered the secret, that elusive ingredient, that is that spark, that is the breath of life. Yes, I have that knowledge. I hold the secret to life itself. You see, you are fortunate, for tonight is the night that my beautiful creature is destined to be born. Hoopla! Throw open the switches on the sonic oscillator and step up the reactor power input 3 more points!
Oh, Brad.
So the damn keeps hanging over my head. I've got the feeling someone's gonna be cutting the thread. Oh, please, my vision misery. Oh, can't you see? I'm at the start of a pretty big downer. I woke up this morning when I got out of bed.
That ain't no time.
The next time my dreaming was the feeling of a manable dread.
Ain't no time.
My high goes. I'm dressed up with the place to go. And oh, I know I'm at the start of a pretty big downer. Before the damage is hanging over my head. I've got the feeling someone's gonna be cutting the thread. Oh, please. My life is a mystery. And take the see. I'm at the start of a pretty big downer. Well, that's no way to behave on your first day out. But since you're such an exceptional beauty, I am prepared to forgive you. Oh, I just love success. It's a credit to your genius, Master. Yes.
A triumph of your will.
Yes.
He's okay.
Okay? Okay? I think we can do better than that. Well, Brad and Janet, what do you think of him?
Well, I don't like men with too many muscles.
I didn't make him for you. He carries the Charles Atlas seal of approval. A weakling, weighing 98 pounds, will get sand in his face when kicked to the ground and soon in the gym with a determined chin, the sweat from his pores as he works for his cause will make him glisten and gleam, and with massage and just a little bit of steam, he'll be pink and quite clean. He'll be a strong man. Oh, honey, that's the wrong man. He'll eat nutritious, high protein, and swallow raw eggs. Try to build up his shoulders, his chest, arms, and legs. Such an effort. If he only knew of my plan. In just 7 days, I can make you a man. He'll do the stretches and chin-ups, do the snatch, clean and jerk. He thinks dynamic tension must be hard work. For strenuous living, I just don't understand when in just 7 days I can make you a man. You're ready, right?
Yeah. Whatever happened to Saturday night? When you took the charge and it's all alright. It's been the same since the casualite. In the night, I thought I was divine. I used to learn to push it through the door and listen to the music on the radio. A saxophone was blowing at a rock and roll show. The jump in the backseat, really had a good time.
Opportunity to bless my soul. I really love that rock and roll. Opportunity to bless my soul. I really love that rock and roll. Opportunity to bless my soul. I really love that rock and roll. Opportunity to bless my soul. I really love that rock and roll.
My hair used to spin and I don't see myself. The kind of humble to throw, I touch the bell. I prefer baby pink and sleep and that's what I'm out. And it's still in the evening, like she really was mine. There's just these purposes, carry on. Daddy Holly was singing his first song. If you're on around your girl, you know he's still around. But really take a room, you really had a good time.
Opportunity to bless my soul. I really love that rock and roll. Opportunity to bless my soul. I really love that rock and roll. Opportunity to bless my soul. I really love that rock and roll. Opportunity to bless my soul. I really love that rock and roll. too, bless my soul. I really love that rock and roll. Papa too, bless my soul. I really love that rock and roll. Papa too, bless my soul. I really love that rock and roll. Papa too, bless my soul. I really love that rock and roll. Papa too, bless my soul. I really love that rock and roll. Papa too, bless my soul. I really love that rock and
Ah! Murder noises. Slice.
One from the vaults. Ooh. Oh, baby, don't be upset. It was a mercy killing, really. He had a certain naive charm, but no muscle. What a deltoid and a bicep. A hot groin and a tricep makes me It makes me want to take Charles Atlas by the hand in just 7 days. I can make you a man. I don't want no dissension, just dynamic tension. In just 7 days, I can make you a man. Dig it! If you get in just 7 days and 6 long nights, I can make you a man.
Frank and Rocky, rah rah rah. 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 There are those who say life is an illusion,
Like your neck.
and that reality is but a figment of the imagination.
Also like your neck.
If this is so, then Brad and Janet are quite safe.
They're not.
However, the sudden departure of their host and his creation into the seclusion of his sombre bridal suite had left them feeling both apprehensive and uneasy, a feeling which grew as the other guests departed and they were shown to their separate rooms. Knock, knock, knock. Who is it? Who's there?
It's only me, Janet.
Oh, Brad, darling, come in. Oh, Brad. Oh, yes, my darling, but what if...
It's all right, Janet. Everything's going to be all right.
Oh, I hope so, my darling. Oh, it's you!
I'm afraid so, Janet, but isn't it nice?
You beast! Oh, you monster! What have you done with Brad?
Oh, well, nothing. Why? Do you think I should?
You tricked me! I wouldn't have. I never.
Yes, I know. But it isn't all bad, is it? I think you really found it quite pleasurable.
Oh, stop. I mean, help! Brad! Oh, Brad!
Brad's probably asleep by now. Do you want him to see you like this?
Like this? Like how? Oh, it's your fault. You're to blame. I was saving myself.
Well, I'm sure you're not spent yet.
Promise you won't tell Brad?
Cross my heart and hope to die.
Oh, Brad, darling, it's no good here. It'll destroy us.
Don't worry, Janet. We'll be away from here in the morning.
Oh, Brad, you're so strong and protective.
You? I'm afraid so, Brad. But isn't it nice? Why, what have you done with Janet? Nothing. Why? Do you think I should? You tricked me. I wouldn't have. I've never. Oh, yes, I know. But it isn't all bad, is it? Not even half bad. I think you really quite enjoyed it. Oh, so soft. Stop it, stop it. Oh, Janet. Janet! Janet's probably asleep by now. Do you want her to see you like this? Like this? Like how? It's your fault. You're to blame. I thought it was the real thing. Oh, come on, Brad. Admit it. You liked it, didn't you? There's no crime in giving yourself over to pleasure, Brad. And we've wasted so much time already. Janet needn't know. I won't tell. Well, promise you won't tell? On my mother's grub. Master, Master, Rocky has broken his chains and vanished. The new playmate is loose and somewhere on the grounds. Magenta has just released the dogs.
Bark, bark.
Coming.
What's happening here? Where's Brad? Where's anybody? Oh, Brad, my darling. How could I have done this to you? Oh, if only we hadn't made this journey.
But you did.
If only the car hadn't broken down.
But it did.
If only we were amongst friends or say people.
But you're not.
Oh, Brad, what have they done with him? Oh, Brad, how could you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but you're hurt. Did they do this to you?
Mm-hmm.
Here, I'll dress your wounds. Baby there. Emotion. Agitation or disturbance of the mind. Am I saying that right?
Vehement.
Vehement, okay. Vehement or excited mental state. Is also a powerful and irrational master. And from what Magenta and Columbia eagerly viewed on their television monitor, there seemed little doubt that Janet was indeed its slave. Tell us about it, Janet! I thought there's no use getting into heavy patching. It only leads to trouble and sweet wedding. Now I want to know if I can tell. Taste it when I want to know. I put no resistance. I want to stay the distance. I got this to strike. I need assistance. Take me. Don't to feel me. Keep it alive. Does anything know how you pose? I'll you up and run you down. And the rest just went so action of the main attraction. You need a friendly hand and I need action. Touch it. What are you doing? Touch me. I wanna be dirty. Future of the night.
Creature of the night. Creature of the night. Creature of the night.
Creature of the night.
Creature of the night.
Creature of the night.
Creature of the night. And now it's once in a while, right?
Yeah.
That's not in the script. Oh yeah, the one with the silence in the beginning. There you go. Mercy! How did it happen? I understood you were to be watching. I was only away for a minute, Master. Well, see if you can find him on the monitor. Master, we have a visitor. Hey, Scotty! Dr. Everett Scott! You know this earthling person? I most certainly do. He happens to be an old friend of mine. I see. So this wasn't simply a chance meeting. You came here with a purpose. It was a dolphin. I told you my car broke down. I was telling the truth. I know what you told me, Brad, but this Dr. Everett Scott, his name is not unknown to me. He was a science teacher at Denton High School. And now he works for your government, doesn't he, Brad? He's attached to the Bureau of Investigation of that which you call UFOs. Isn't that right, Brad? He might be. I don't know. The intruder is entering the building, Master. He'll probably be in the Zen room. Shall we inquire of him in person? Great Scott! Frankenfurter, we meet at last. Dr. Scott! Brad, what are you doing here? Don't play games, Dr. Scott. You know perfectly well what Brad Majors is doing here. It was all part of your plan, was it not, that he and his female should check the layout for you? Well, unfortunately for you all, the plans are to be changed. You have to be adaptable, Dr. Scott. I know Brad is. I can assure you that Brad's presence here comes as a complete surprise to me. I came here to find Eddie. Eddie? I've seen him. Eddie? What do you know of Eddie, Dr. Scott? He's fat, he's dead, and he's on the menu. I happen to know a great deal about a lot of things. You'll see, Eddie happens to be my nephew. Dr. Scott?
Ah!
Janet?
Dr. Scott!
Janet!
Brad!
Rocky? Janet!
Dr. Scott!
Janet?
Brad!
Rocky? Janet!
Dr. Scott!
Janet!
Brad!
Rocky? Listen, I made you, and I can break you just as easily. Gong!
Master, dinner is prepared!
Excellent. Under the circumstances, formal dress is to be optional.
Food has always played a vital role in life rituals. The breaking of the bread, the last meal of the condemned man, and now this meal. However informal it might appear, you can be sure that there was very, very little bonhomie.
A toast to absent friends.
To
Absent friends. Don't kick, that comes through on here. And to Rocky, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rocky. Shall we? We came here to discuss Eddie. Columbia.
Eddie!
That's a rather tender subject, Dr. Scott. Another slice, anyone?
Excuse me.
I knew he was in with a bad crowd, but this is worse than I imagined. Aliens! Huh? Dr. Scott! Go on, Dr. Scott. Or should I say, Dr. Von Scott. Just what exactly are you implying? It's all right, Brad. But Dr. Scott, that's all right. From the day he was born, he was troubled. He was the thorn in his mother's side. She tried in vain,
But it never caused her nothing but
he left home the day she died. From the day she was gone, all he wanted was rock and roll porn on the motorbike, shooting up jump.
He was a low-down, cheap little punk.
Taking everyone for a ride. Then he said he did not say he knew he was a local kid. But then he threatened their life with a switchblade knife. What a guy!
Makes you cry.
Once I did.
Everybody loved him. I very nearly loved him. I said, hey, listen to me. Stay sane inside insanity. But he locked the door and threw away the key.
But he must have been drawn into something, making him born. Me in a Norfolk street.
What's it say? What's it say? I'm out of my head. Oh, honey. Or I may be dead. They must think that they will be.
And they said he did like a teddy, he was a local kid. But then he threatened their life with a switchblade knife. What a guy!
Make you cry.
Once I did. And they said he did like a teddy, he was a local kid. But then he threatened their life with a switchblade knife. What a guy!
Oh, makes you cry.
Und I did.
Ooh. Rocky, how could you?
That's my line. Rocky, how could you? Janet's like, I'm not sure what this is. Apple pie. We'll just get too much pie. This should be all you need. You're essential as a pencil, wound up like an eel for a string. Where we made it, did you hear a bell ring? You got a block, well take my advice. You better wise up, Janet's wife. The transducer will seduce ya.
My feet! I can't move my feet!
My wheels! My God, I can't move my wheels! It's as if we're glued to the spot. You are so quick with fear, you tiny fool.
We're trapped!
It's something you'll get used to. A mental mind jam can be nice. You won't find Earth people quite the easy mark you imagine. This sonic transducer, it is, I suppose, some kind of audio-vibratory physio-molecular transport device. You mean, yes, Brad, it's something we ourselves have been working on for quite some time, but it seems our friend here has found the means of perfecting it. A device capable of breaking down solid matter and then projecting it through space, and who knows, perhaps even time itself.
You mean he's gonna send us to another planet?
Matt, Janet, you better wise up, Janet's wife. You better wise up, build your thighs up. You better wise up.
And then she cried out, "Stop!"
Don't get hot and flustered. Use a bit of mustard. You're a hot dog, but you'd better not try to hurt her. Frank Baker, you're a hot dog, but you'd better not try to hurt her. Frank Baker.
You're a hot dog! My God, I can't stand any more of this. First you spurn me for Eddie, and then you throw him off like an old overcoat for Rocky. You chew people up and then you spit them out again. I loved you. Did you hear me? I loved you. And what did it get me? Yeah, I'll tell you, a big nothing. You're like a sponge. You take, and drain others of their love and emotion. Yeah? Well, I've had enough. You're gonna have to choose between me and Rocky, so named because of the rocks in his head.
It's not easy having a good time. Even smiling makes my face ache. And my children turn on me. Rocky's behaving just the way that Eddie did. Do you think I made a mistake splitting his brain between the two of them?
I grew weary of this Welt. When shall we return to Transylvania, huh?
Magenta, I am indeed grateful to both you and your brother, Riff Raff. You have both served me well. Loyalty such as yours shall not go unrewarded. You will discover that when the mood takes me, I can be quite generous.
I asked for nothing, Master. Nothing.
And you shall receive it in abundance. But come, we are ready for the floor show.
And so, by some extraordinary coincidence, fate, it seemed, had decided that Brad and Janet should keep their appointment with their friend, Dr. Everett Scott. But it was to be in a situation which none of them would have possibly foreseen. And just a few hours after announcing their engagement, Brad and Janet had both tasted forbidden fruit. This in itself was proof that their host was a man of little morals and some persuasion. What further indignities were they to be subjected to? And what of the floor show that was spoken of in an empty house in the middle of the night? What diabolical plan had been shaped by Frank's crazed imagination? What indeed? From what had gone before, it was clear that it was to be no picnic.
But I brought the ants. Jonathan, thank you for watching. Thank you for the bits.
It was great when
bold and truly beautiful to behold. Somebody should be told my libido hasn't been controlled. Now the only thing I've come to trust is an orgasmic rush of lust. Rose and snowball keeps me safe from trouble and pain. It's beyond me, honey. I'll be good, you'll see. Take this dream away. What's this? Let's see. I feel sexy. What's come over me? Woo! Here it comes again.
I feel released. Bad times decrease. My confidence has increased. Reality is here. The game has been expanded. My mind has been expanded. It's a guess that Frankie's landed. His restless soul seems to
Oh. Whatever happened to Faye's rays? That delicate satin draped frame, as it clung to her thigh, how I started to cry. You can't get that low, cause I wanted to be dressed just the same. Then you see it, honey, after this. Give yourself over to absolute pleasure. Bring the warm water, the fins of the flesh. Erotic nightmares beyond any measure. And sensual dreams to pleasure forever. Don't dream it, leave it. Don't dream it. Third one. Dream it. Don't dream it. Stay low, I'll go high. Don't dream it. Don't dream it. Don't dream it. That was it. We've got to get out of this trap before this decadent sap's all filled. I've got to be strong or try to hang on, else my mind may go and my life will be lived for the thrill. It's beyond Mommy?
God bless Hey Frank, whose pool is this?
Ma. I'm a wild and thing. I'm a bee with a deadly sting. You get a hit and your mind goes sting. Your heart will pump and your blood will sting. Feel like the party and the sound are on. We're gonna shake it till your light has gone. So since I will keep you safe from the trouble and pain. Wild and thing. We're a bee with a deadly sting. You get a hit and your mind goes sting. Your heart will pump and your blood will sting. Feel like the party and the sounds are gone. We're gonna shake it till the light has gone. Rules with the world, keep me safe from the trouble and pain. We're rolling and dancing. We're doing everything. You get a hit and your mind goes free. Your heart will pump and your blood will sing. Feel like the party and the sounds are gone. We're gonna shake it till the light has gone. Rules with the world, keep me safe from the trouble and pain. Breaking pepper, it's all over. The mission is a failure. You left us too extreme. I'm your new commander. You now are my prisoner. Return to Transylvania. Prepare the transit beam. Wait! I can explain! On the day I went away, goodbye was all I had to say. Now I want to come again and stay. Oh, bye, bye. Smile. That would mean amen. 'Cause I've seen, oh, blue skies through the trees in my eyes, and I realize I'm going home. I'm going home. Everywhere it's been the same. Like I'm outside in the rain. Free to try and find a game. Cards for sorrow, cards for pain. 'Cause I've seen, oh, blue skies through the tears in my eyes, and I realize I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home.
sentimental.
And also presumptuous of you. You see, when I said we were to return to Transylvania, I referred only to Magenta and myself. I'm sorry, however, if you found my words misleading.
I did.
But you see, you are to remain here. In spirit, anyway. Great heavens! That's a laser! Yes, Dr. Scott. A laser capable of emitting a beam of pure antimatter. You mean you're gonna kill him? What's his crime? You'll solve what became of Eddie. Society must be protected. Exactly, Dr. Scott. And now, Frankenfurter, your time has come. Say goodbye to all of this.
Goodbye, all this.
And hello to Oblivion.
Hello, Oblivion.
Good God!
Oh, you killed them! But I thought you liked them. They liked you.
They didn't like me. He never liked me. You did right. A decision had to be made. You're okay by me. Dr. Scott, I'm sorry about your nephew. Eddie? Yes, well, perhaps it was for the best. You should leave now, Dr. Scott, while it is still possible. We are about to beam the entire house to the planet Transsexual in the galaxy of Transylvania. Go. Now! Our noble mission is completed, my most beautiful sister, and soon we shall return to the moon-drenched shores of our beloved planet.
Ah, sweet transsexual, land of night, to sing and dance once more to your dark refrain, to take that step to the right.
Ha! But it's the pelvic thrust.
That really drives you insane! And our world will do the time for brilliant!
Your mom's home.
Even more.
Thought I heard the bus. Yep. I've done a lot. God knows I've tried to find the truth. I've even lied, but all I know down inside I'm bleeding.
And superheroes come to peace to taste the flesh, not yet deceased. And all I know is still a beast's and crawling
Where?
on the planet's face.
What'd you have for lunch?
Some insects
What were they called?
called the human race
What's your favorite sci-fi?
are lost in time
Where's your neck?
and lost in space
And what's this movie like?
and moving.
Darkness has conquered. Bright and joyous, the servants come to understand
If I do harmony, don't you do it too?
I wanna go.
Okay, there it is, Rocky Horror in its entirety, audio only, but hey, that's what we got. Thanks to everybody who watched and threw in some bits, really appreciate that. And we will be back here Saturday night playing something, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Thank y'all, have a great night.